continue to get better and better as a quarterback in the NFL.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Jalen Mills, corner, probably should be a safety, but what do I know about football? Nothing.
I agree with that.
I mean, he was great at corner last year, but...
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I do not know.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
The give is to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter. Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown. And that last one, that hurts. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
It's on the radio this morning, the longest hamstring healing ever.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
I think
didn't happen on that play.
Throwing his wins. Ertz has it left side.
But didn't
he'll be a couple
hurt
yards
his
shy of the
hamstring
20 at the 18.
a couple weeks
That
before?
throw good for only a couple. It brings
or
up
was that
third
at
down.
the same time?
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would
came back
have meant that there was an incompletion. They
Yeah.
would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
You made the greatest pickup ever.
And the Cowboys have recovered.
Wow. Well, I'm benching you, Golden Tate.
Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We'll go 46, 46. Let's go, let's finish now. 46.
A second down throw for Prescott. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A CD looking ahead for Philadelphia. They will have a Week 9 bye, and at the midway point, they're 4-4. At 500 after a 6-point win last week against Jacksonville, but that wasn't an easy game. They almost blew that ball game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they've had their struggles in the fourth quarter this year. Remember earlier this season on the road at Tennessee, blew a lead there and lost the ball game in overtime. Then at home recently against Kansas.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he connects with Ertz. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Over the middle, and it's
They
incomplete.
tried so hard to make that a pick. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Tried so
Man
hard.
has no idea.
I can feel.
Guess what?
Nah,
It creates a
I'm
lot
not.
of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Wentz will try again on second down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Give us when you make a play.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. Now it's Sproles. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation,
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward?
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. He'll get it up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Prescott on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive
Gave
on
him 3
offense
chances to take
because
it.
I know I've got a defense.
You're lucky you hit him on that one.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah. No, I did.
About the bench reel.
But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, That'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll run it with Sproles.
Just like, yeah, just make a hole, guys. Just move everyone past.
Darren Sproles.
Y'all are benched.
From 2 yards out. There the Eagles are back within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott now on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was...
That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He's got it to Hearns. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Prescott on 1st down. And almost intercepted.
All right.
It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead,
I knew that would be a 6-6 on my end. That's all right.
Now, CD, well, we have a second. We need to give a congratulations to Adam Vinatieri. Earlier in the year, set the all-time mark for field goals, but now he's the league's all-time leading scorer. He passed Hall of Famer Morton Anderson.
How about that? And that was a record that Adam Vinatieri himself said, I didn't expect anyone to ever approach that record, let alone myself. And going into the game in Oakland, a lot of family and friends wanted to buy airline tickets, get out there and be there to celebrate. He had a groin injury, and he said, hey, you might want to hold off on that. I'm not sure I'm even going to be able to play. But play he did, and he set the record. He makes a strong case to be a first-ballot Hall of Fame guy when his time comes up.
That's something as a kicker. 2,547 career points. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Wentz now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 10 more there and another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he fires one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. First down now, but that clock rolling. Wentz now on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 38 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside's easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Throwing, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's 2nd down. I'm just taking a glance real quick at next week's games in the NFL. The Chiefs at Browns, that's kind of intriguing. Obviously, the Browns are struggling, Charles, but Mayfield and Mahomes, that's going to be a fun quarterback battle.
It's going to be a blast, isn't it? Maybe they can recreate their day
37-21.
when they played against each other in college, when Mayfield had transferred from Texas Tech to Oklahoma. Mahomes is now the starting quarterback at Texas Tech.
Oh, my
Mayfield
God.
throws for 545 and 7 touchdowns. and the better game was had by Mahomes. Now, Mahomes' team lost, but individually, 734 yards, 5 touchdowns, and ran for 85 yards more. It's unbelievable. I thought both of their arms would fall off at the end of that game.
Those are some Big 12 stats right there. Now, you've got the stat sheet from that game in front of you. How many times did Mahomes throw it?
He threw it 88 times.
That's unbelievable.
I think that game ended probably 2 days later after kickoff. I mean, it's unreal how long it took.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
Yep, I just did that. Shut the crowd up.
Thank you, Jay. Grab me little bitches. What happened to the sound? So yeah, the sound's not working for some reason.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott.
Are you kidding me?
Here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Eagles' offense now, they head back on the field. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after.
This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The chain gang hustling to catch up.
Okay. Who was trying to open this up before? What in the hell? Oh, crap. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, there ain't no getting this out. Was Jen trying to open it? Or was... Why were you trying to open it?
Oh my gosh, do you know sarcasm? Yes, Jen's right.
Well, whatever she did, she made the hole too big. Cause I can't get it out now. It's got a hole going through the whole cork.
That shit's stuck.
Yeah. So
She messed it up.
I don't know.
Anyone
know how to get
too far in?
I don't know what to tell you, Jackie.
Yeah.
I know. Tell her I tried, but I mean, I would ask if she tried to open the wine bottle before, but
Clearly not.
All right, that was fun.
First and goal from just inside the 10.
We're good, we're good.
To throw is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
You can see that animation.
Yeah.
Say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half
I think
ends.
what she should have done was put the screw all the way down the bottom and then just try to pull it up instead of twisting it.
She twisted it like in and not supposed to go the other way. I think she screwed it the wrong direction.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
Fucking ball!
Deep in the direction of Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the game you're watching, it's a once-again healthy Carson Wentz that's led the way in the 1st half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter
not
number 3.
They need the halftime.
So the Eagles with the
I mean,
lead,
it
and
was
they're
better
gonna
than
get this
what
football
it's been
first
because
as
he's
the
usually
third
giving us
quarter
like
gets
a
underway.
simplified version of the halftime report.
They'll be taken in
And
the
we'll
end zone.
check around the leagues
No run back
and
here.
talk to you
This will be a
guys. And he
touchback,
actually
and
said
it
something
comes
about the
out to
teams.
25-yard
That's the
line.
ones.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys.
Oh, are you an Eagles fan there?
We're going to see them when we kick it
too
off in the
cheesy.
2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made.
Shut
God.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah,
So
but
Jen
I don't
tried
think it's
opening
time
up
to
a
abandon
bottle
the
of
running
wine
game. I would say
and
keep
ruin the
feeding the
cork.
horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Wentz now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26
Yeah,
yards.
she's upstairs. Then Jackie brought me down the bottom.
And a
to try
good
and open up.
quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out. They ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Yeah.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back.
But
There wasn't a whole open
I
in the
always
zone.
pass to the
You'd
slot.
have to
just
think
so I
on
have it.
early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Tate. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. They go play action here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Play action to Sproles. Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Golden Tate, 36 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I didn't see one.
When I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
On 1st and 10, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Here go 46. 46.
Prescott yet again. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
a running back.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice
He's
run.
going to be choking over guys like it's nothing.
Well,
Make
Josh
it
Allen's
illegal.
like, what, 6'2"?
On play action,
Yeah.
it's Wentz.
Out of the way, yeah.
Right around the 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3
A
touchdown
lot of it, he's
passes
like, I
now
think,
for Carson
6'6",
Wentz.
6'7",
And the forced
300
turnover on
something
defense
pounds.
leads to 6 points.
300.
Quarterback loves the
It'll
receivers,
be a
but
full
sometimes his
fullback.
best friend is that tight
God.
end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Yes,
isn't
sir.
it?
They
Because we
asked
always
me
talk about the
today.
guys
They were
out
like,
wide
oh,
and how acrobatic they
I
are.
have a lot of
But
big
that
running
tight
backs.
end,
It's a
great
possibility.
sight lines, easier throws.
Because
They become a bigger and bigger weapon.
They're trying
as
to
the
get me to
NFL
get
evolves.
block kicks all day.
Elliott
First
good
time I
with
ever
the
got
PAT.
that close to blocking.
And they
Yeah,
go
well,
for the lead up
the
now to
animation's been slow,
25.
Uh-huh.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6
It has
on
been.
a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer,
Oh, you
that's
got me a
tough
cup?
to do because you usually have a safety or two in the
I
middle
thought
of
you
the
already
field.
had a cup.
But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes
For
and
me?
curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, I work for big yardage.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. From the red zone now, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Prescott now on second down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout.
What? What are you doing?
Wait. Fuck.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
Oh, that's what you decide it.
Yeah.
And his
I'm so
kick
used
is
to you
good.
going for a fourth down.
High fives for that one.
I
it was third down.
Ends in 3.
I think I've learned my
In the
lesson.
grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been
I could have
game
went
long,
for it,
like
but then
my mom used to
either
tell me all
I
the
missed
time
or
before I
got
went out,
intercepted.
Dress
So
up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up
I
the
mean,
final score.
yeah.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
The Golden Tate was this good.
Yeah, no.
If this was his debut, this would be historic.
Definitely will be.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And
oh my God, he's crazy.
Interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 48 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
God.
Now you can't run the offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
What the fuck?
And all the way down to the 42.
Okay.
In our
I
pregame
guess.
meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Reacted to a little movement still.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
Go, you ass cheeks.
First down, press down. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
He's trying to give me
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
To the air again, Prescott.
It's
caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, 42 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more
Look at Spencer
respectable.
Celebration actually broke 20.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And
you make me
look
look like the defensive
right
team.
now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And time to spotlight Golden Tate. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 75 yards. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and
Clearly,
continue to
he's
add
too
to their
cool
score,
for
don't
school.
we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's
like
what you
50.
wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. One of the
Whoever has
shortest
it's
drives
gonna be
you'll
like,
ever see. One play,
thank you.
75 yards, 6 points. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Twisting away. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now.
Sure.
They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of... It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
Play was impressive.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him
warrior.
stepping
I give
up
your
into
guy
the
a
teeth
medal,
of the
too.
rush and delivering
I
there
do.
for that big strike and that big pickup.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
47. 47. Hey, switch.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
A little too much sauce.
Time for a break. This one.
You look, you got that wrestling hook for
We'll
this.
finish
See
it.
it?
I saw it already. He was like, damn. I don't want to be. I don't want like this. This looks sketchy.
So the Cowboys
You
in
ever hear him do
possession
that?
of the football
Sketchy.
here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
I don't like blocks. He actually said it before. It doesn't like going in the mall Friday nights. Maybe that's why.
Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Wentz to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Today.
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They find
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here.
Didn't let me call time. Okay, I was
going
to
Now the Eagles going to signal for
You mean you can ice a kicker?
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one.
Right about the kicking. All right.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Throwing his Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him for his second sack of the night. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game,
Nathan Pearman.
You're right, not lucky at all.
For every over 100 passes,
to throw 7 picks. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in the first down.
He's got like a 35 quarterback.
Now a play fake here.
I don't even know how it's possible.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go.
You really need to
This
get
one
that
obviously
play, don't
decided.
you?
Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
You're like Buddy Ryan when he got accused of running up the score.
Off the field, they'll stay put on 4th
You know
and
what, you're the
1.
Buddy Ryan of Madden.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And it's incomplete.
All right.
They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A
They're
big
booing him.
offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style
Alright,
and
well,
a
at
different
least I
flow.
put up some points.
Yeah.
Jeez.
For a pick. So this is kind of handy to some points.
So that'll
Yeah.
do it for us. For
Oh,
Charles
okay.
Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon.
You gotta
Clark.
earn it.
You've been watching
Before I give you some
NFL
recognition.
on EA Sports.
At least I
The Eagles are
actually broke
winners
over
here as
100
we
yards
say
rushing
so
for
long
once.
from
Yeah, when your 85 rushing attempts finally break you 100 yards. Okay. Oh, God.
I think Wentz is like still has like a high passer percentage.
Yeah, short passing routes.
Yeah, short passing routes. No.
Should I dare look at the receiver?
Nope. Damn.
I'm about to calculate that. PPR points.
Well, as Jay calculates this in PPR points, this is going to be I think a great matchup. Though people keep saying, oh, you know, Eagles and Cowboys rivalry.
78.5 fantasy points. Golden Tate.
78.5.
Yeah.
Damn. In the words of the great Joel Embiid, this isn't a rivalry because we kick their ass every time.
Yeah.
There is. I think our rivalry will be much more with the Redskins because the Redskins actually give us some trouble every time we play them. But this is a different Redskins team. Yeah, I'm talking about Redskins, and this is Cowboys game. So I'm going on a little bit of a tangent there. This Dallas team sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like, I don't even know how to even put it in the words of how much they suck. That's not just me being biased. This is just me as a football fan. Like, they went 13-3 with a rookie running back and quarterback last year. You know, they were okay. They were fine. And then this year, they just kind of, you know, the whole team's just crumbling apart. Jason Witten retires. They get rid of Des Bryant, one of their best wide receivers in the last 10 years. And they had to go out and trade away a first-round pick for Amari Cooper, who might have been worth it, but no, not at all. Not at all.
He had a solid first game. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
They used him correctly. Maybe that's why, but I don't know.
We'll never know. But obviously, as an Eagles fan, I gotta go Eagles. Just because I don't like the Cowboys, but
Not even
No,
biased.
not
This
even-
should be an Eagles.
this
win.
should be an Eagles win, just as
May
how
not-
bad they are.
May not be a blowout, but it's
it's
gonna
not gonna
be
be
a win.
Nah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a solid win, I think.
I'll give it like 24-13 Eagles. If the Cowboys show up, I'll give them 27-20 Eagles.
I think we'll finally see a game where the Eagles broke 30. So
Well,
30
we had one. It was the Giants, but
Oh yeah.
44,
Oh no, well, another one where they
just dump off the Saquon the whole game.
Yeah. For me, I think it will be 34-21. I don't see. So I think that is my prediction. So thank you all for watching. This has been Simulation Saturday. If you like this video, please please follow us if you are watching us on Twitch. This is going up on Saturday, probably in the afternoon, as it always has been. So you can rewatch that. If you want to see more over on YouTube, this is going up on YouTube if I have not made that clear. If you want to see more, please subscribe to us, hit that subscribe button, spank that bell button so you get notified every time we upload a brand new video, and we do try to upload brand new videos every single day. So keep on the lookout for that. Follow us on Facebook and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. What is next week's matchup? Next week's Week 11 best matchup? Well. we can either do a Monday night game, which is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams, or the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. I kind of like that Monday night game a little bit more because
that's the game.
Because you want to know what the Sunday night game is the Sunday game is the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
It's an alright matchup.
It's not a right matchup, but I like both. I think there's one 7-1 and one is 8-1. I like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams a little bit more. What do you say, Jay?
Oh, we're definitely doing Rams and Chiefs.
All right, it is official. Next week we will be doing the Monday night matchup.
That's the best of the East versus the best of the West.
Yes,
no,
that is.
Actually, no, I'm wrong.
Best of the
best of the West, and best of the West.
It's the best of the NFC and the AFC.
Well, I know, but
I know you're making a joke. I'm
trying to rhyme, and I can't.
Best of the West, best of the West.
Yeah, the West.
The West. All right, guys. And we'll see you next week in that video. If you like what you saw here on, like I said, if you like what you saw here on Twitch, please leave us a follow, and we'll see you guys next time. Say bye.